Well, here I am with a very unconventional Kabbalat Shabbat. No candles, no fruit of the vine, just me and my guitar and a couple songs I want to share with you. So hopefully I'll be able to do that tonight. But first I want to talk about a couple things. Shabbat can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And it really depends on who you are and what your Jewish identity is or what your any identity is. And I want to encourage people to just stop and think for a second and do that famous Jewish tradition of, yes, you heard it here, counting your blessings. One of the Jewish customs, I don't know if it's a law, I don't know if you can make something like this into a law, but a custom is to count 100 blessings a day. Now, that might seem to be time-consuming and hard, but we complain 100 times a day. So why can't we have 100 blessings a day? It drizzled all day today, and it's beautiful out. The leaves are turning, and drizzling means more protection from fire danger on top of our 14 inches of rain, which is way over normal for this time of fall. There's so many things I feel grateful for. My grandchildren, my children, my mom, my wife, my family, all of them. I feel greatly appreciative for the people who I get to coach and counsel and help, because they basically help me to learn and to grow and also to feel a sense of worth, because we all want to feel a sense of worth. As a matter of fact, someone told me recently that the purpose of life, everyone wants to know what the purpose of life is to lead a life of purpose. That just says it right there. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I know I have a few people. I know Phyllis is there. That's all that matters. If Phyllis is there, we can start. Phyllis and Stu are my dear friends from Southern California. And I think Phyllis is my most ardent supporter and attendee. So Phyllis is just going to be singing tonight. I hope that's okay. And I don't know, my mom always has trouble getting on. But I will send you a link, Mom, if you can't get on. But then if Mom can't get on, she can't hear me. So one of the things we're going to talk about today, I'm going to share a couple musical pieces I wrote. And we're going to talk about the purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. And we're going to talk a little bit about Jewish concepts of heaven and hell, which I discussed with my 11th and 12th grade class last night and had a fabulous class, kind of in a darkened room. And we just talked about it, not in a negative way, but opening some questions for possibility, for learning, for imagination, curiosity, and also just because the deeper we think, sometimes the deeper we get to live into the human experience. And somebody says just singing is great. Phyllis, you said that. I'll start with a Jewish song because it is Shabbat, but I have a treat for everybody tonight. I think it's a treat. Yedid nefesh Avarachaman, Avarachaman. Meshokatecha, Eretz Onecha, Eretz Onecha. Yarutz Avdecha, Kemoya, Ishtachale, El Murha. hadarecha. Yedi nefesh avarachaman, avarachaman. Neshom avdecha el tzorcha, el tzorcha. Yarut avdecha kemo yishtachazeh el mul hadarecha. I wish I had time to do everything I want to do. There never seems to be enough time to do everything. Yesterday, a child came out to one got a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and temple at the falling of the stars. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the faint ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. Can't turn, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle. Then the child moved 10 years round the season, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like, when you're older, must appease him, and promises of someday make his dream. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone down. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. In time, it won't be long now till you drag your feet to slow the circles down. The seasons, they go round and round, painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. And the years flew by, now the boy is 20. Though his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. Don't be new dreams, any better dreams than Wednesday, before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. Captive on the carousel of time. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? You pay paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in free museum. And they charge the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Pay paradise, put up a parking lot. What? Ain't that the farmer, pulling that heat easy now. Give me the spots on the apples and give me the birds and the bees. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Pay paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi coming took away my old man. They don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. Pay paradise, put up a parking lot. What? Pay paradise, put up a parking lot. What? They pay paradise, put up a parking lot. Wow, I haven't done that song since camp. Okay, so I'm going to do something really, really fun right now. I have been recording songs that I have written throughout my life because, you know, the thing I said at the beginning about the purpose of life is to lead a life of purpose. Well, part of my purpose, I guess, is to contribute these songs if anybody wants them. It's called stock music. You kind of see if anybody wants your tune. So this tune I'm going to play you right now, and I might have to adjust the volume a little bit at the beginning, is called Maybe Tomorrow. And it is a song I wrote when I was about 16 years old. I never recorded it. I wrote it down, but I don't know where it went. And I was able to record it, and I'm going to play it for you right now. Okay, you saw me smiling because I'm really happy about that song. I cannot tell you how many years it lived in my head. And now, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with it. But I'm kind of excited. And I'm going to be doing about 20 songs. And I'll be putting them on my YouTube channel. So I don't know, what is this tonight? People will be looking and saying, is this really Shabbat? It is Shabbat, but I'm kind of like doing whatever I want to do. So thought I would have some fun. It's been an interesting week, a busy week, a hard week. I guess I need to say this. The world is a mess. Because people can't default to nice. We really need to be carrying guns around so that we can quote unquote protect people when really we're just excited to shoot people. We really need to be calling people names and being racist and homophobic. Come on, people. Time for 60 songs. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together right now. I'm having fun. I don't know who's here tonight. Love is but a song we sing. Here's the way we are. We can make the mountains ring. Hear the angels cry. Know the dove is on the wing. You need not know why. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Now when some may go, we shall surely pass. When the one that left us here now returns for us at last. Love is but a moment's sunlight fading on the grass. Come on, people now, follow your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear now, all in your trembling hands. When you see a lost boat, it's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Try to love one another right now, right now, right now. So, Am I a hippie? Grew up in the 60s, the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I don't know that I'm a hippie, but I sure love singing those songs. I'm going to play you another song that I wrote in 1980, dedicated to my stepson, Jacob, and it's called Moon in Pisces, Sun in My Lap. Okay, you guys must think I'm pretty crazy, but how many animals do you see in that song? And just see kind of marching along? I think I'm going to make a video of that song just with all those different faces. So it is Shabbat, and it's a time for rest. It's a time for happiness. I'm working on making myself happy because the world is a mess. Seriously speaking, democracy is threatened. What can we do? We can be awake. We cannot be silent. We can listen and we can respond. This is a fun camp song I used to sing about peace. Ooh, let me fix my pick. I have this tape on my pick which helps me to hold it, but it's getting a little bit funky. So let's get some of that tape off there. There we go. What do we do when we want it more? We plow and we sow till the early morn. What do we do when we want it more? We plow and we sow till the early morn. For our hands are strong and our hearts are young, and a dreamer keeps a dreaming. Ages long, keeps a dreaming. Ages long, keeps a dreaming. Ages long, what do we do when we wanted it down? We hammered and we nailed till the sun was down. What do we do when we wanted it down? We hammered and we nailed till the sun went down. For our hands are strong and hearts are young, and dreaming, dreaming. Ages long, keep dreaming. Ages long, dreaming. Ages long. What do we do when it's peace we want? It's more than a fellow can build or plant. What do we do when it's peace we want? When it's more than a fellow can build or plant. We'll gather friends from the ends of the earth, hand to hand in this hour of birth. We'll sow, we'll hammer and we'll nail. We'll work all day till peace is real. Our hands are strong and our hearts are young, and we will keep dreaming. Ages long, keep dreaming. Ages long, keep dreaming. Ages long, keep dreaming. Ages long. Love that song. So, what else is good about the world? I think of two good things for every bad thing. So, ice cream. Lots of new flavors of ice cream and many, many different kinds of bread. Those two things are wonderful. Israel, we have a place to go in case, I don't know what happens here. A little worried about it. You know, Shabbat is a time, though, to forget about the things that bother you and think about the things you're grateful for and to enjoy yourself and relax and to slow down. Slow down, you're moving too fast. Got to make the morning last, just kicking down the cobblestone. Looking for fun and feeling groovy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Hello, lamppost, what you knowin'? Time to watch your flowers growin'. Ain't you got no rhyme for me? Do it and do. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Got no keeps to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning cell drop all its petals on me. Lots of you, all is groovy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. While I was singing that song, which I did literally hundreds, if not thousands of times over my lifetime, I was thinking, are mitzvot like a bank account, like a savings account, like a treasury bond, like a CD, like an annuity? Defaulting to nice and doing nice things for people kind things for people, necessary things when people need them. It's not like it's tit for tat and you have a bank account and if you do a good thing, you get a good thing back. But it's an annuity. So it's hard to calculate, but over a lifetime, it does give back. And just like you annuitize an annuity and you start collecting a monthly fee on it, mitzvot go on and on and on and on. And what a great thing to do mitzvot. And mitzvot are not just kind of the archaic Jewish mitzvot we think of, but they're really important things like not saying bad things about people behind their back to hurt them, like helping people who are in time of need, like doing pro bono work in whatever profession you have. Because if everybody kind of gave to the next person that needs it a little bit more, what a fantastic circle of giving that would create. Okay, so I said I would talk about heaven and hell. So some of these are my interpretations of Jewish concepts of heaven and hell. And some of them are more traditional concepts of heaven and hell, but they're interesting to talk about because they talk about life and death and how we live our life and how we die and what happens after we die and what happened before we die and all those things that we don't know the answer to, but there is some merit in discussing them occasionally. Okay, here we go. Here's a concept called heaven and hell is on earth. So a lot of kids ask me, does Judaism have teachings about heaven and hell? And I say yes. One of them that I interpret is that heaven and hell exist, but they're here on earth. I bet you can think of 5 things that you experienced or did this week that were special, notable, poignant, mystical, unexpected. They could be small, they could be big. That's heaven. Heaven is a good night's sleep. Heaven is a hug from a grandchild. Heaven is a back rub from a friend or loved one. Hell. What is hell? Hell is a lie. Hell is deceit. Hell is betrayal. Hell is guilt. Hell is trickery. Hell is stealing. So hell is a really deep place you go when things are not right, when you're not on your spot. But it's right here on earth. One thought. Another thought that I really like is that it's a little Jewish teaching that souls linger in some kind of soul realm. And guess what, everybody who's saying, whatever. It doesn't matter if what I'm saying is true. It has a sense of being real. Real can be the best novel or the best movie can really affect you. So real, I don't care about true, I care about real in this discussion. So there's all these dangling souls. And they are living in bliss because to not have a body, to not have any attachments, to not need anything, and to just be, for a lot of people, would describe bliss. And so to be a disembodied soul is to be blissful. However, inherent in souls is a necessity to grow. And what is a soul? A soul is a bundle of infinite possibilities. I don't know. That's one person's definition. A bundle of infinite possibilities. And when you pick up one of those possibilities, it diminishes and gets rid of a bunch of the possibilities, and it creates a bunch of new infinite possibilities. So, a soul cannot grow, cannot expand, cannot deepen, cannot improve unless it has a body. And so from time to time, souls become incarnated into bodies. And a soul incarnates into a body and still has a sense of really not being anything until it is born into the world. In which case it becomes something, and specifically, someone. So now what was once a blissful sort of ball of nothing, of total bliss, has now become something and someone. And so now that you're someone, you've got something to do. And you got a life. A bunch of other souls did not get incarnated, but you got incarnated. And I challenge people to realize that when you say I, probably most of us, when we say I, do not mean our body. Our body is the vessel that carries I, but I is independent of the body, as long as the body exists to host it. So that soul lives a long, long life and does a bunch of improving and maybe a little bit of regressing and improving and back and forth, and has fun and has joy and has sadness and has sorrow and all kinds of things that an unincarnated soul cannot have. And then, and by the way, soul is neshama in Hebrew, and this is talked about throughout Jewish thought. So a soul lives a life. And at the end of the life, if lucky, has a chance to reflect. One of my students asked me last night, at this stage in my life, do I have any regrets? And I replied that I think that regret is a useless sentiment. Can't do anything about it except feel bad. So I prefer to call it learnings, not regrets. Anyway, so at the end of that lifetime, there is a dispassionate come to terms with your life. with the good and the bad, the beautiful and the ugly, the ups and the downs, the mistakes and the bullseyes and all that kind of thing, and stored away so that the next time the soul has a chance to be incarnated, it could continue to improve. Now, there's a very good argument why this may all be silly fantasy, silly fiction. Because if that was true, then wouldn't the world continue to get better and better? You would think so. But sometimes someone actually has to do something really bad to learn the lesson that they need to learn to grow. So sometimes the bad deeds are part of the growth. So anyway, it's like a campfire story. Is that true? Is that really true? And my answer is, it may not be true, but it's real. Because we all think about it. And we all wonder, where did we come from? Where are we going? Why? And is there such a thing as the present? Or is there just the past and the future? Or is there no past and future and only the present? These and many other questions can be deliberated and incorporated into the way we live our lives. So just in case, and when I point like that, I'm pointing at myself. Default to nice. Don't be grumpy. Don't be grouchy. Don't be gnarly all the time. But whenever possible, default to nice, because I still contend that you get a lot more out of nice than you do out of mean. You get a lot more out of blowing someone a kiss or giving someone a hug than flipping them off. Default to nice. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. I think we'll close with the Shema. I was kind of distant from the Shema until my heart told me what it means, which is that someone was telling me the other day, one of the things that we learn from the reality of the end of life, the end of physical life, is equanimity, that we are all one. And that's a nice thought. We really are, we are individuals, we have identities, but we are not separate. So Shabbat Shalom to everybody. I'm going to say the Shema and then take it on out, if you'll join with me. Give it a different tune tonight. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Poed. We are one. Yalla lai 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 lai, yalla lai 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 lai, yalla lai 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 lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai 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 lai, yalla lai 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 lai, yalla lai 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 lai.